Prepare for what we anticipate the consequences will be, which is primarily high winds and an excessive amount of rainfall.
Wind and rain, you know what that means for us. Trees come down and take power lines with them. Governor Deal had that in mind when he declared a state of emergency for all 159 counties here in Georgia. Now, whenever we hear that phrase, state of emergency, of course, our ears perk up. In fact, we got this question from Mike Harrington. So confused about Florence's impact on Metro Atlanta. State of emergency? Please let us know what we should be concerned about in Metro Atlanta. Well, we studied the governor's executive order and also went directly to GEMA for some clarification. The state of emergency doesn't mean Florence is going to directly impact every county in Georgia. It simply gives the state some flexibility. Declaring states of emergency gives the governor and his emergency management team extra latitude to deal with the situation quickly. This happens when a significant event may require state aid to go along with local resources. It also speeds up assistance to communities in need and allows additional resources that will help provide essential services such as evacuations, shelters, and rescues as needed. Now, this particular order also temporarily relaxes rules for commercial truck drivers who are delivering fuel and emergency supplies. But the main takeaway here, Georgia could be soaked by rain and battered by high winds, and because the storm's exact path is still unknown, it's better to be safe than sorry.